You can't break a habit, you can only replace it. I'm Mr. Reed, and this is the Standard Project. In the next 20 minutes, you will understand why habits persist and how to recode them using neuroscience. Follow me. If you've tried to break a bad habit and failed repeatedly, this is why. You decide to stop, you commit fully. You're motivated. Day 1, you resist. Willpower is strong. Day 3, still resisting, getting harder. Day 7, willpower fading, temptation increasing. Day 14, you break, habit returns, and you think, why can't I do this? What's wrong with me? Nothing. You're using the wrong strategy. You're trying to eliminate the habit. That's impossible. The habit is a neural pathway. Carved into your brain, it doesn't disappear. The solution isn't elimination, it's replacement. And in the next 19 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to recode the habit loop. The habit pathway stays active, waiting for the cue, ready to execute. This is why elimination doesn't work. Habits are neural pathways, physical structures in your brain. You can't delete them. They remain dormant, waiting to activate. Neuroscientist Dr. Anne Graybeel's research shows that habits are stored in the basal ganglia, a primitive part of the brain. Once formed, these neural pathways remain intact indefinitely. Even decades later, the cue can trigger the old behavior. You can't erase the pathway. You can only recode it. The willpower approach. Cue appears. Habit pathway activates. Brain expects reward. You use willpower to resist, fighting the automatic response. Day 1. Willpower wins. Habit suppressed. Day 7. Willpower depleting. Habit, pressure increasing. Day 14. Willpower exhausted. Habit executes automatically. You lost because you were fighting brain structure with conscious effort. Brain structure always wins eventually. Investigative journalist Charles Duhigg's research reveals that habits operate as 3-part loops. Cue, routine, reward. Cue triggers the habit routine. The behavior itself, reward. What the brain gets from it. You can't remove the cue or eliminate the craving for reward, but you can change the routine. Example habit loops. Stress eating. Cue, feel stressed. Routine, eat junk food. Reward, temporary emotional relief. Phone checking. Cue, feel bored. Routine, check social media. Reward, novelty, dopamine hit. Procrastination. Cue, face difficult task. Routine, do easy busy work instead. Reward, relief from anxiety. Each loop is a neural circuit, activated thousands of times, deeply ingrained. The problem? You're trying to eliminate the circuit, you need to rewire it. The framework is Cue Craving Response Recode. Identify the cue, understand the craving, replace the response. 3 stages. First, identify what triggers the habit. Second, understand what reward you're actually craving. Third, replace the behavior with something that delivers the same reward. This recodes the habit loop without fighting it. Stage 1. Identify the cue. Every habit has a trigger. Find it. Most people don't know what cues their habits. The behavior feels random. It's not. It's triggered. Psychologist Dr. Wendy Wood's research identifies 5 primary cue categories. 1. Location, specific place triggers habit 2. Time, specific time triggers habit 3. Emotional state, specific feeling triggers habit 4. Other people, specific social context triggers habit 5. Preceding action, one behavior triggers next. The cue identification process. When the habit occurs, ask 5 questions. Question 1, where was I? Home, office, car, specific location. Question 2, what time was it? Morning, afternoon, evening, specific hour. Question 3, how was I feeling? Stressed, bored, anxious, tired, specific emotion. Question 4, who else was present? Alone, with specific people, social situation? Question 5, what happened right before? What action preceded this habit? Example, phone checking habit. Track the behavior for 3 days. Notice pattern, location, desk at work. Time, around 2 p.m. Emotion, bored, mentally tired people, alone. Preceding action, finishing a difficult task. Cue identified, mental fatigue after completing difficult work. Example, stress eating habit. Track for 3 days. Location, kitchen time, evening, 8 to 9 p.m. Emotion, Stressed, overwhelmed people. Alone. Preceding action, stressful workday ending, cue identified. Evening stress after work. The cue rule, habits aren't random. They're triggered. Find the trigger. Stage 2, understand the craving. The habit isn't what you want. It's delivering something you need. This is critical to understand. You don't crave the behavior, you crave the reward. Identify what reward you're actually seeking. Common cravings behind habits. Craving 1, stress relief. Behaviors: eating, drinking, smoking, scrolling. What you actually want: emotional regulation, escape from discomfort. Craving 2, stimulation, behaviors, phone checking, social media, news browsing. What you actually want: novelty, dopamine, mental engagement. Craving 3, connection, behaviors, texting excessively, social media checking. What you actually want: social validation, belonging, not being alone. Craving 4, control, behaviors, perfectionism, over-planning, micromanaging. What you actually want: certainty, security, reduced anxiety. Craving 5, energy, behaviors, caffeine overconsumption, sugar, procrastination. What you actually want: mental alertness, motivation, ability to focus. The craving identification question: when you do the habit, what feeling or state do you get? Not, what do I do? But, what do I get from doing it? Examples: habit, stress eating junk food. Surface answer: I eat food. Actual craving, emotional comfort, temporary stress relief. Habit, checking phone constantly. Surface answer: I look at phone. Actual craving, mental stimulation, escape from boredom. Habit, procrastinating on important work. Surface answer: I avoid the task. Actual craving, relief from anxiety about doing it imperfectly. The craving rule: understand what you're actually seeking. That's what the replacement must deliver. Stage 3, replace the response. Keep the cue, keep the reward, change the routine. This is the core strategy. Same trigger, same payoff, different behavior. The brain gets what it wants, but through a better pathway. Dr. Philip Alali's research shows that replacement is far more effective than elimination. Success rate for elimination, 10 to 15%. Success rate for replacement, 60 to 70%, because replacement works with brain structure instead of against it. The replacement process. Step 1, identify cue from stage 1. Step 2, identify craving from stage 2. Step 3, find alternative behavior that delivers same reward. Step 4, when cue appears, execute alternative. Step 5, repeat until new pathway dominates. Example 1, stress eating. Cue, evening stress after work. Old routine, eat junk food. Craving, emotional relief. New routine, 10-minute walk, deep breathing, call friend. Reward delivered, stress reduced through healthier mechanism. Example 2, phone checking. Cue, mental fatigue after difficult task. Old routine, scroll social media. Craving, mental break, stimulation. New routine, 5-minute walk, stretch, look out window. Reward delivered, mental refresh without phone. Example 3, procrastination. Cue, face difficult task. Old routine, do easy busy work. Craving, relief from anxiety. New routine, work on task for just 5 minutes, then break. Reward delivered. Anxiety reduced by starting, not avoiding. The neuroscience of replacement. Old pathway, cue to old behavior to reward. This pathway is strong, used 1,000 plus times. New pathway, same cue to new behavior to same reward. First time, difficult. Old pathway pulls stronger. Repetition 20. Easier, new pathway strengthening. Repetition 50, natural. New pathway competitive with old. Repetition 100, automatic. New pathway dominant. Old pathway still exists, but new one activates first. The replacement rule, same cue, same reward, better routine. New pathway overwrites old. Now, let me show you exactly how to apply this framework to any habit. The Habit Tracker Protocol. Track the habit for 3 to 7 days before attempting to change it. This reveals the pattern you can't see while it's automatic. Most people try to change habits without understanding them. This fails. You're guessing at the cue and craving. The tracking template. Each time the habit occurs, record. 1. Time. When did it happen? 2. Location. Where were you? 3. Emotion. How were you feeling? 4. People. Who was there? 5. Preceding action. What happened right before? 6. What you got. What reward did the behavior provide? Do this for minimum 3 days, preferably 7. Example tracking log. Day 1. Time, 2:15 p.m. Location, office desk. Emotion, mentally tired. People, alone. Preceding, finished difficult task. Reward, mental break, stimulation. Day 2. Time, 2:20 p.m. Location, office desk. Emotion, mentally fatigued. People, alone. Preceding, completed report. Reward, mental relief. Pattern emerging, same time, same emotion, mental fatigue. Same reward, mental break. Cue, mental fatigue in early afternoon. Craving, mental refresh. The tracking rule. Data reveals pattern. Pattern reveals cue and craving. Then you can recode. Why implementation intentions work. Create if then plan. If cue, then new behavior. This pre-programs the replacement. When cue appears, brain knows exactly what to do. No deciding in the moment. Automatic execution. Dr. Peter Gallweitzer's research shows that implementation intentions double success rates for behavior change. Not, I will stop eating junk food, but if I feel stressed at 8 p.m., then I will walk for 10 minutes. Specific cue, specific response, pre-decided, creating effective if-then plans. Step 1. Identify cue from tracking. Step 2. Identify craving from tracking. Step 3. Choose replacement behavior that delivers same reward. Step 4. Write if-then statement. Format. If specific cue, then I will specific new behavior. Example if-then plans. Stress eating. If I feel stressed at 8 p.m., then I will take a 10-minute walk outside. Phone checking. If I feel mentally tired after a task, then I will close my eyes and breathe deeply for 2 minutes. Procrastination. If I feel anxious about starting a task, then I will work on it for just 5 minutes. Social media scrolling. If I feel bored, then I will read 5 pages of my book. The if-then rule. Pre-decide the replacement. Cue triggers new response automatically. One substitution strategy that always works. Make the replacement easier than the old habit. This is critical but often missed. People choose replacements that require more effort than the original habit. This fails. Brain chooses easiest path to reward. The ease principle, old habit, requires minimal effort. Immediate reward, new behavior, must be equal or less effort, same reward. If new behavior is harder, brain defaults to old habit. Examples of easier replacements. Old habit, stress eating junk food, walk to kitchen 30 seconds. Bad replacement, 30-minute intense workout, too much effort. Good replacement, 60-second breathing exercise, less effort, immediate stress relief. Old habit, scroll phone when bored, pick up phone 2 seconds. Bad replacement, read a book, more effort, delayed reward. Good replacement, look out window for 30 seconds, equal effort, immediate mental break. Old habit, procrastinate on difficult task, immediate relief. Bad replacement, complete entire task, too much effort. Good replacement, work for 2 minutes only, minimal effort, anxiety reduces. Why easy wins? Brain optimizes for effort-reward ratio. If replacement requires more effort for same reward, old habit wins. If replacement requires same or less effort, new habit wins. The substitution rule. Replacement must be equally or more convenient than original habit. You don't break habits. You become someone with different ones. This is the ultimate reframe. You're not eliminating behaviors. You're evolving systems. The cues remain. The cravings remain. The responses change. The transformation. Before, cue triggers unhelpful response automatically. After, same cue triggers helpful response automatically. You didn't become more disciplined. You became better programmed. Person A, fighting habits through willpower. Cue appears. Old habit activates. Use willpower to resist. sometimes win, often lose. Exhausting result, inconsistent behavior, constant battle. Person B, recoded habit loops. Cue appears, new habit activates, execute automatically, reward delivered, no willpower needed. Result, consistent behavior, no battle. The identity shift, from someone who fights bad habits to someone who doesn't have them. Now you understand habit recoding. You can't break habits, you can only replace them. Identify cue, understand craving, substitute response. This rewires the loop at a neural level. But there's one more layer, the thoughts driving the behaviors. You can recode habits, change automatic behaviors. But if distorted thoughts keep generating negative emotions, those emotions become new cues. Distorted thought creates anxiety. Anxiety becomes cue. Habit activates. To break the cycle completely, you need to address the thoughts. If you want to eliminate the thoughts that trigger bad habits, watch the next video. Because habit replacement fixes the behavior, but thought correction prevents the trigger. The next video shows you how your brain distorts reality systematically. 5 cognitive distortions creating negative emotions. The exact process to separate interpretation from facts. 1 question that exposes false thoughts instantly. You've learned how to recode behavior. Now, learn how to correct thinking. Watch the next video now. 1 standard, greatness. 1 project, you.